just have your arm in the perspective.
Hello. So I haven't really been vlogging, but I would say I have a lot of pictures. This is my last year of being an art school student. So currently from the months of September to December is my minor. And because it's more affiliated within my own art academy rather than outside, I get to work very closely with already the start of my thesis projects. Essentially, I am starting that already, and I basically can just take the minor as more of building a prototype and building the foundation of the research for my thesis. What I've started on is challenging the conventions of branding by branding an unbrandable. And it actually took me around like 1.5 weeks to figure out this topic. I mean, I'm very thankful to two of my tutors, Lilah and Selena, for basically guiding me towards this concept. Because the problem with this minor that I had was there is no concrete assignment. I kind of have to figure it out on my own, considering it's for my thesis project already. There was a lot of connotation research as to what is an unbrandable and taking some observation images as well outside. And it was just quite a lot of initial work just trying to figure out what's unbrandable, considering I was thinking of, should I be doing multiple unbrandables and branding them, or doing multiple unbrandables and putting them under one brand, or just choosing one unbrandable that's like quite broad and looking into different aspects of that and then branding it under that one main umbrella. So I went with the third option, and there was quite a few very tangible unbrandable ideas, such as like these kind of what we deem as like very useless things, or things that are really overlooked. So that could be your fan, a random tree, a random road. But we figured out that that could be another small mini project on the side that I can take on another time. So then there were like these larger concepts like sustainability, time, age, feelings, and emotions. I know I really wanted to step out of a cliche kind of a topic. So I kind of went with the subject of time, which Selena suggested. She said that there was a lot involved in that, and it's a large concept that's really hard to visually grasp, at least. And I mean, our main visual idea of time is obviously a clock. How could we tell time? Or the whole calendar idea. So there was that. So then that led me to kind of where I am now with my project, which is this giant mind map of just thinking of different things that is just connected to what time is, and trying to let go of the idea that time is just this how to tell the time. And because essentially, if we go in a little bit more philosophical approach with it, time is just this thing that we've put a proportion to be able to add some organization in our lives, to be able just to give ourselves like a sense of reality, which in this sense, I went into this whole rabbit hole of, I've forgotten his name, but I'll put it here. Not that I support his ideology, by the way. I just kind of found it fascinating, and he's a philosopher that Leroy gave, because what I had going on was quite similar. So essentially, it's just accepting the existence of this gigantic concept, and that gigantic concept is time, which people kind of just overlook and take for granted, for considering it's everywhere and everyone's related to it. And I think that's one of the main things that I wanted to put into this thesis, was the relevance for all ages, really, all cultures. It has something to do with kind of like the everydayness, because I didn't want to look something so far into the future, and I didn't really want to look at something so far into the past. I wanted to really stay within the present. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. It's going to be a really long project, and honestly, it's really boring. And this is, I guess, more of an update video. But hey, if you really want to see more little-ish daily updates of stuff what I'm doing, you are free to follow me on my Instagram. I'm also on TikTok nowadays. I'm trying to do a day in my life photo reels of stuff there. I have a class tomorrow. It's part of my theory and research class. It's not actually very related to what we're doing in the more practical classes, because it's more looking into positioning ourselves into the future world, into like job prospects and etc. It's kind of does take a lot of my time nowadays, so whenever I do have free time, I'm catching up on Game of Thrones. I know I'm really far behind, but yeah, I'm catching up on Game of Thrones. I hope it is interesting to you. It is very conceptual. I didn't think that I will get this conceptual with my project. I really did want something more tangible and more, I would say, a little bit boring for an art academy. I think that's it. I don't want to ramble a little bit more. I'm gonna be folding some laundry now and continuing GOT. I'll see you in the next update or vlog when I'm starting to do more physical things. I think it'll be a lot more interesting. Or do a study with me as I write my essay. But yeah, I'll see you another time.